Countless eons have passed since our ancestors traveled to the Promised Land from the Land of Calamity. Eons still have they wandered, aimlessly and scattered. Only when Shershet, the last prophet, proclaimed the dragon's rule from atop the sacred mountain, had our purpose become unobscured, our destinies manifest. United by faith, great rulers of the past bounded petty kingdoms into the mighty Kudonian Empire, a new center of civilization and a launching point for many voyages of exploration and conquest. That is how the barbaric land, later dubbed Nova Drakonia, was discovered, and in it the magical Baldur ore, the world's only source of pale iron, renowned for its unique strength and temper. A century later, Nova Drakonia has been crowned by the port city of Swordhaven, and at least partially tamed. But this land of mystery and danger yet calls to the adventurous souls from every corner of the known world. It is with one such adventurer that our tale begins.
Yes.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
You board the ship bound for Nova Drakonia, captained by veteran sea dog Vergon III. Your destination is Swordhaven. Gulls shriek and squawk overhead as the salt wind caresses your brow. A new life, new adventures. Whatever awaits, you're ready to face it. The accommodations are modest, but livable. The flow of air from an open porthole keeps the space cool, and the hammock comes with a complimentary pillow. A grain sack stuffed with straw. There's even a table with writing implements, useful for updating your journal. As the ship draws ever closer to your destination, you sometimes listen to the sailors' stories when they're off watch. Their well of anecdotes seems bottomless, from the commonplace to stories so outlandish they can only come from seafaring folk. Yet whenever they speak of the mysterious comets above the Gulf of Swordhaven, or of warlocks practicing their craft in western Nova Drakonia, the face of one of the passengers, Xanfor, darkens. It seems he takes those particular tales very seriously. In the meantime, fishing on the open sea isn't as straightforward as it seems, but you learn a couple of useful tricks.
A few days later, the vessel finally enters the stormy sea. True to its name, the dark waves slam relentlessly against the stern, causing the vessel to roll in a nauseating rhythm. The air is thick with the smell of salt and ozone as its heralds, the grim Malamuks, replace the cheerful seagulls to glide in eerie silence beneath the laden sky. At dusk, when the majority of the crew seek refuge from the elements below decks, you find yourself on the poop, staring blindly out at the oily, churning darkness enveloping the ship. A sudden hard gust of wind, followed by a deafening thunderclap, brings you to your senses. You are not alone. Several crewmen are rushing around on deck. The other passengers have also come up, some fearful, some amused by the capricious weather. Captain Vergen roars out, "You must be out of your blasted minds! Get back down that hatch before—" A flash of light and an ear-splitting boom cuts him short. The lightning bolt, the grandfather of all lightning bolts, strikes the main mast, leaving you blind and deaf. You give your head a shake. As your vision returns, you see other passengers still covering their ears, while the crew races to furl the burning sail. A section of the mast lies on the deck just a few feet away. There's someone beneath it. You stagger toward the poor soul and discover it is Xanfor, a well-educated fellow and one of your traveling companions. You didn't get a chance to know him better, and now he's dying. As if bewitched, you fall to your knees beside the dying man. Xanfor fixes you with eyes watery from pain, and you lean closer to hear him over the storm. "Take this, my friend." A bloody cough erupts from him as he produces something from his jacket, a mysterious amulet on a silver chain. "Take it to Agranat the Enlightened in Swordhaven. I beg you. The fate of the world is at stake." Can it be true? How can the fate of the whole world depend on a cheap bit of jewelry? "Thank you." Xanfor's eyes roll back in his head, and his final breath escapes with a wheeze. You examine the amulet he gave you. It's a dark prism, within which a dim red light flickers. When you press your finger against one of its sides, the crimson glow seems to drift towards it, as if the object were alive and watching you. Still puzzled and disturbed by the urgency in the dying man's voice, you gingerly rise to your feet. The other passengers are all there, along with the captain, who surveys the destruction with an unreadable expression. "Take heed now, me hearties. 'Tis here we must bid each other farewell. This old ship's in bad shape, and the place I must go don't allow no passengers." You and the others exchange troubled glances. "Fear not. The shore's but a stone's throw away. We finally reached Nova Drakonia. Well, except for that poor fellow over yonder." He spares a glance for Xanfor's corpse. "The village is close by. Name of Clamreach. You can find shelter there after you land." This new land is reputed to be dangerous. You should arm yourself before stepping into the shore boat Captain Vergen has graciously offered you. The thunderstorm ended as abruptly as it began, the sky once more blue and blank as a new slate. And as the sun begins its rise in the east, for the first time you see land ahead. Nova Drakonia. With a parting salute to the crew, you hop down into the boat where the rest of the passengers are already waiting, and take the oars in hand.
It's locked. Let's do it.
I got a bad feeling about this place.
Time for exploration.
Enemies are nearby.
Rally your party. Hark, you must rally your party. Hark, you must rally your party.
Impossible.
No, can't do that.
Foul, useful.
Time for exploration. The road is calling. Let's see what's out there.
Impossible. No way. Nuh-uh. Victory shall be ours.
The road is calling. Let's see what's out there. You can count on me.